who the hell am I? And what am I doing reading this book of beautiful, imaginative poetry when I could be telling you about how to do the armor building complex? And who am I to do that when the very inventor of this movement, this fellow Dan John, great benefactor of the human race, is right here on YouTube to tell you how to do it. And he recommends doing this once a minute for up to 30 minutes on a regular basis throughout days and days of your life. Now, thank you, Dan John, but we are human beings here with interiors. We're not just building armor. There's something behind the armor. And that something for 30 minutes is going to start thinking, could this negligible, small, repetitive thing actually be my life? How did I get here? Do I have to? That kind of stuff. Now, this is why we invented the internet. This is why you're here on YouTube. While you're doing these movements, I recommend A Dance to the Music of Time by Anthony Powell, spelled like Anthony Powell, but weirdly pronounced Anthony Powell by the British. He's a British guy. Don't say this at close range to someone without ensuring that your breath is at least acceptable. It's very explosive, the Powell. God, wouldn't it help to think of something to say before sitting down and recording this? I don't have time for that. I only have time to exercise in the most efficient way possible while not neglecting my miserable interior. The armor building complex, so named for reasons utterly mysterious to me, and as far as I can tell to everyone, is a very efficient way to build your so-called posterior chain, all those big lovely muscles behind you, your butt, don't look now, your shoulders, and your core. When you have to hold the kettlebells and do the 3 squats, you really have to maintain an extremely pressurized core. Certain parts of your liver will be sore for days afterward if you're not accustomed to it. However, you do it in this proportion that you don't get too exhausted. Your heart rate remains elevated, but if you can do the 2 cleans with the given weight, then you can probably do the 1 press, and you can certainly do the 3 squats. You do this every minute on the minute for, say, 15 minutes, work up to 20 minutes, even 30 minutes. Once you get really into A Dance to the Music of Time, especially the 3rd movement, which is 3 or 4 books that takes place during World War II, you'll just want to keep going for like an hour, if you can handle it, and you will be able to handle it by the time you get to the 3rd movement of A Dance to the Music of Time. And you'll be a more individual and strange person because you're not going to find many people in your peer group without somehow becoming British and traveling through time who are familiar with all 300 characters. You'll have that strangeness and that perspective on life that the people around you don't have, and that will enable you to see things that the people around you can't see, and to have thoughts that the people all around you can't have, and to have thoughts that you yourself couldn't have before embarking on this program of madly exercising while listening to the wonderful Dance to the Music of Time. You'll have lived the life of several people over the course of the 20th century in a way that you can't just by reading a book that's only 200 pages instead of several thousand pages. Characters come in and out as they do in life without any particular preference for how much you want to see them or how interesting they are. They're just flowing around like in life. And in some ways it's pretty sad because some of the most marvelous characters and the most entertaining characters are not distributed the way you want them in the book. You want more Charles Stringham, you want more Peter Templar, but you're stuck with Widmerpool, Kenneth Widmerpool, a wonderful character, marvelously read by Simon Vance, but not a person you want in your personal life, and he will haunt you throughout your campaign to become far fitter and far weirder than anyone else around. The armor building complex, The Dance to the Music of Time. Oh yeah, did I mention that I'm this guy, David Greenwood, exposing himself on the internet and reader, writer. Oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel and some other stuff. You can read my novel, The Cloud Intern, starting in a couple of weeks. I know no one's really here anymore, so I can say stuff like that without feeling like dirty inside. Anyway, I could even say subscribe, this, that. Oh, I hear my people downstairs. Thank you. Hello.